Are you teaching your children to drown?
You know, that sounds like a very strange question to ask, but there are things that a lot of parents do, including myself, around water to create bad habits with their kids. Jon Foss from the Foss Swim School gave me some pointers to use around the pool with my children.
You ready? Do you want your goggles?
There's nothing more fun than spending an afternoon in the water with your little one.
Twinkle, twinkle, little Kellen.
No doubt playing in the pool builds swimming skills, but there are three common things parents do that can actually put a child at risk.
Your hand's a fish. Feel this? I'll do mine. You do yours. You did it. You did it.
My 3-year-old Kellen and I spent some time at Foss Swim School to learn what not to do. But why do you say that mistake number one is playing that let me catch you game?
If you play the game and you never let the consequence of going under the water be a consequence. So, parents will grab them and their head stays above the water. And they've removed the fear of jumping into the water because someone's always going to catch them. They don't understand that when they fall in the water, when they jump into the water, they should go under the water, and that's the natural consequence of going there.
Kids can still jump into the water, but instead of catching and lifting them out, let them get their faces wet and direct them back to the side of the pool. You're instilling the reflex of turning around and going back to the wall, teaching kids a skill that could one day save lives. Why do you say that mistake number two is allowing children to move around the pool in those floaties?
So they're tooling around in the deeper water where they really shouldn't be, and you've desensitized them to a drowning situation.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Our rule is we don't put a floaty on a child, strap a floaty onto a child until they can put their face in the water. Because a child has to swim with their face in the water. Their hands are too small, their feet are too small, and their head is too large proportionately to tread water. They can't do it.
I've done this before, thinking that it's a safe place to play, playing on the steps of a pool. And why do you say that mistake number 3 is allowing your children to play on those steps or perhaps in a hot tub?
You can turn the hot tub into a sandbox. It's a fun place, and there's this hole in the middle that if they were to fall in and they don't know how to swim, they look up and they're going to sink down and they can drown in just a couple feet of water. Teaching a child when they're just inches away from a drowning hazard is a real thing. A step, where all of a sudden it's stepping down to 3.5 feet, that's a drowning hazard right there.